Alright, we gotta start here. Um, let's see, 8 out of 8 tickets, let's go. So usually I use two teams, two main teams, right? First team is my first team, wherein you got the majority of your best toppings, right? So yeah, I got my blast mode to reach 2, if I remember correctly. This stage 2, wherein I can get like, wherein I got like 60, 10 level 60s. That's why I was able to do the level 2 of the blast mode and clear up until wave 3. Wave 4 was when I started. And yeah, this is my main team. I'm using Hollyberry, Cacao, Eclair, Cotton, and Pure Vanilla. So there are a lot of different reasons why I use this comp. This is my main comp because I do think that Cacao is really good here, because there are some lineups that are like shield dependent, the enemy lineups. So if you can just take away those shields, you can just kill them easily, right? And then Hollyberry to provide that extra stun. I'm not sure though if Wildberry would be better than Hollyberry here, but I chose to go with Hollyberry first because my Wildberry isn't that built yet. And yeah, she's working fine. She's working fine. There are some cases though where like this boss here, he can just chunk. This is chapter 2 wave 8, alright? You can just see the damage potential right here in the bottom. Eclair was chunked down to like 80% HP. So that's the problem against this boss. And yeah, look at that. Now it's Hollyberry taking a huge chunk of the damage out from her life. So if your frontline is getting chunked that low and you don't have enough heals, then you might not survive the succeeding waves. So that is why I have Pure Vanilla and Cotton right here in this lineup. Cotton is especially good though in this arena. Why? Yeah, not arena, this alliance. Why? Stun targets, right, take 2% more damage. Take 2% more damage based on their max HP. So Cotton can stun people, alright? Hollyberry can also stun people. So you're gonna have 2% extra damage from those guys, just from those guys. And while there are some reservations for me as to like, okay, there are some lineups, there are some waves that can just deal with the shields. So Eclair and PV might not be the best, but I have yet to test that out. Well, we'll see later. But yeah, this lineup for me guaranteed to get me through to like what, chapter 7. Okay, just this lineup. Yeah, we're gonna sit here for a while, guys. So as you can see, we're at chapter 3. Only the notable one is the boss in chapter 2 earlier so far, wherein he chunks down like 90% for random cookie in your lineup. But as you can see, the 90% damage or 80% damage that they dealt was already fully healed by the time that I get to chapter 4, maybe even earlier, right? So yeah, not really a problem as long as you get decently built lineup with double heals, with moderate amounts of damage resist. Best form of course would be your 2 front lines to have the most damage resist, but I wouldn't say no to have all the others with damage resist as well. I do have them at some form of damage resist, not really that high though. They're not yet even 10% if I remember correctly. So it could be better, but it's enough. It's enough. There are some cases wherein it gets really tight, you could say. that sometimes I win, sometimes the cookie just dies because of the, of the lack of damage resist on my toppings. But if it goes well, you can heal back up, then you can keep going, right? So hopefully you guys have better luck on your toppings and you get better stats on those toppings, because other than that, man, this lineup for me is sure to get you to chapter 7. Like, I'm not even gonna switch. This is legit my lineup up until wave 7. I don't think, unless there's a weird, okay, this one, the boss in chapter 4 wave 16, as you can see, my PV dies. Like, he wouldn't die if he has better damage resist, right? So yeah, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. He revived because of a guild relic, not because of my treasures. He revived because of a guild relic, and we already used that one up. It's one per alliance, right? So I wouldn't be able to use it in a further engagement already. So that sucks. If PV could have survived that, he would have healed, and we wouldn't be, like, look at that, 50% HP right again. So yeah, it was kind of a bad luck, you could say, or just, hopefully we get better toppings soon. But yeah, that's chapter 4 wave 16, right? The boss there. So it's kind of hard as well if you don't have enough damage resist and do not have enough stats on your cookies, like HP or defense. So yeah, it does happen. Another thing I want to note though are my other lineups while we're in chapter 5. All right. So for my second lineup, like, you got your main team, right? You got your main team, which is right here, which can get you through most of the waves. And then, okay, we're gonna fight a pumpkin right here. This is kind of annoying because the enemy in the backline can also do a lot of damage, and pumps negate your heals by 50%. So as you can see, people are now taking a significant portion of damage because of the anti-heal. But if you're able to kill the enemy in the backline fast enough, you won't be taking that much damage, and you'll just have to deal with pom-pom, right? So again, let's get back to the my other lineups, right? So okay, chapter 6. Okay, no, not this one. So my second lineup, alright, will be my attack speed comp. As you can see, we've got my frontline Madeline along with Kumiho. My main damage dealer would be Caramel Arrow, and then my two supports and healers will be Mint Choco and Lilac. So Lilac just giving buffs to my two front lines, which is Arrow and Madeline. And then Mint Choco will be the primary healer who also buffs attack speed. So Caramel Arrow would just chunk, and I mean chunk, the enemy, alright? So usually you want to reserve that lineup for when you face a cookie, right? That, number one, deals a lot of debuffs, because both Madeline and Arrow would not take any debuffs at all. So it's better for you to have, like, to reserve that as in your lineup against those kind of guys. I would prefer you save it up until chapter 7 if you could. And yeah, this lineup isn't really that sustainable. Just relying on Mint Choco for heals isn't really that great. Okay, this boss, chapter 6 wave 24, heals a lot. If you can see his health, right, when he jumps back he attacks, and then he's gonna, look at the health, 16,000 every single time. So I do think Cacao has something to do with his reduced healing, because, okay, wait, no, it's not, it doesn't have anything to, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Okay, it does. Maybe it just so happens that he's not affected by the... Okay, we're at chapter 7 wave 25. This is an annoying chapter. Why? Because cookies cannot use shields. Alright, so PV and Eclair, that's why I said I had reservations when I said earlier that PV, about PV, right? Cotton is top tier in this alliance for sure because of the heals plus the stuns combination on the buffs. Really good. But PV, his shield is gonna get negated, so I really don't think he's that suited here. And at least in wave 7, if you do have other lineups wherein you can be more sustainable and can still do a lot of damage, I would advise using that kind of line. Oh, look at that. My frontline Hollyberry already died. It would be best if we don't die earlier, right? Remember Feather, right? Earlier, no, not Feather, the Relic earlier, wherein you get like the free revive. It would have been used right here, and Hollyberry would still be alive right now. But because PV died unnecessarily earlier, because maybe he's got like low damage resist or something, I don't know. Yeah, we wouldn't have enough against. Okay, this is pause. So we're gonna go to wave 28, wherein the boss is the Sea Fairy. All right, and yeah, Sea Fairy is ish, if I would say so myself. So with my experimental lineup, right, I do have an experimental lineup wherein aside from this lineup, which because I really do not want to use this lineup against Sea Fairy, I would try to use another lineup to beat her. First things would be to use Caramel Arrow in my second lineup. That would be my go-to. But I do have other lineups that I can use. My third lineup is a no-no because my third lineup is all stuns, not good against a boss here. So remember, every 4 waves is a boss here. They're not going to be affected by those stuns, so no. Just no. So I'm going to be reserving my wave 4 because it counters wave 29. So if I do have problems in terms of what? In terms of chapter 28, not chapter 7, wave 28, I would revert to my 5th lineup or even my 1st lineup, but I would really want SF to die like 100%, just die after one skill from after my first attacks on my second wave. So what I want to do here is, for my first lineup, I want to get Eclair to use her skill. Alright, I want to use Eclair to use her skill, and then I'm gonna immediately switch out with my second lineup. That's what I want to do. Alright, let's continue. Alright. Alright, we got it. Okay. They're stunned though. Okay. As you can see, a significant portion of damage is done to the enemy lineup, but it's not enough. It's not enough. I'm not sure if you guys want to see me like choke because of my third lineup, but I wouldn't want you to. So yeah, I don't think my I do not know if my last lineup can beat Sea Fairy. Really do not know. I want to save it for Tiger Lily in wave 29. Yeah, Tiger Lily is another bish. So, I might revert to my first wave. Let's go to my... Oh my god. Exactly when I came in, they just chunked me down. That is bad. We might not survive this. Yeah, we do not survive this. Oof. Yeah, let's go with this one already. Hopefully they're able to do this. Okay, they did this. Alright, we're gonna go to wave 29. Alright, that's a lot of stuns again. And this is why I said I wanna save, you could say. Okay, let's pause this first, and I'll be back. Okay, we're already down to our last two lineups right here. Okay, I want to use my fourth lineup and see maybe if we could do something about it, right? So again, they're not stunned because of Coco. That is the good thing about this one, but is it enough? Again, yeah, against Tiger Lily, it's not enough. So again, remember, even if it's Tiger Lily, it's a cookie, right? She's not a boss because it's chapter 8 wave 29, so I'm assuming my all stun lineup, which is my third lineup of Ginger Brave, Wildberry, Frost Queen, SF, Sea Fairy, and Tiger Lily as well, would be able to beat this lineup. And if we do, it'll be the highest we've ever. Okay, 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 she is getting stunned. She is getting stunned, alright. The problem is, though, do we have enough damage? Oh, we don't. Yeah, I still have to experiment more or make my toppings better for me to get past these waves. But yeah, at least we're able to get to wave 28, right? So I'll experiment more and update you guys on what I can find. So till next time, guys. Yeah, where is it?